that good morning sleep, because maybe last night you slept at 12, who knows, right? My name is Lê Hoàng Lang, and today we'll be discussing about teens and cyber realms, but more specifically, data breaches, the hidden cost of free apps. So let's get started, shall we? First, I want to ask you a question. Raise your hand if you use the internet. Raise your hand if you use the internet. You don't use the internet? You don't use Google or Twitter? All of you use, right? Me and you. So if you use the internet, we are in the 5.58 billion internet user worldwide. That's a bit of a typo. But as Vietnamese teens also, you're in the top 90% teenagers in Vietnam who have access to the internet. And I bet as a typical teenager myself, you use apps such as YouTube, TikTok, or who here use Google for every day? Who here use Google? Safari. Use Safari? I use Safari too on iOS, right? And these are all the common apps that Gen Z in Vietnam, meaning from 10 to 26 use, right? And as a typical teenager myself, I spend like an hour on TikTok and 40 minutes on Zalo only because maybe I'm an introvert, who knows, right? But they all have one common trait. Do you know what that is? One common trait with all these apps is that they are all free. They cost you nothing. Meaning, as a teenager myself, I appreciate that because I am broke. I have no money, and these are free. But with free things, it comes at another cost. So let's explore that. Before that, let me tell you a story, okay? The other day, I went on the internet. I was searching for a Crayola marker set because I ran out of mine, and I want a new one. I found one I need, I left. A few days later, I found myself bombarded with ads from Shopee, ads from Duolingo. These are apps that used to study, right? We all know these apps. We may use them at one point, right? I haven't asked for this. I didn't ask for YouTube to advertise these things to me. But why does this happen, right? Why are they giving me ads such as Duolingo? I don't want to learn another language. Or maybe do I? It is because when free apps is at your hands, when applications are free, the cost is your personal data. Meaning every day, for example, your public post, meaning about your relationship status, your families, your friends, your birthday, or even your utmost, deepest, darkest secret, your search history, are all being used and collected by tech giants to make target adverts and use those without permission. Just this January even, Google was being sued by 5 billion because they are trafficking people using incognito mode. Or just last year, Facebook, they are paying over 725 million over a class action lawsuit because they were found using users' data without consent. All of our data from everything we do online are being collected, are being used for big tech giants and a greedy little hand to take everything and profit off. They can use this for themselves. They make adverts. They may feed this to AI, or they may sell to other companies who know what they do, right? And this is very difficult to control, right? But at the least we can do to protect ourselves from the internet, especially as teenagers, we are very vulnerable to predators, to people who may use us online. Some of the action you can use to protect yourself from being stolen, data getting stolen, data getting leaked because of weak internet security or privacy. You can use a VPN, basically a network that will make your data more secure. It makes like a wall so you can be protected, or you can also use change password. As simple as changing your password. Because I know many of you here use passwords such as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Which is no, even my sister can guess that, and she's 6. So change it to protect, and people can't get into your account that easily. Or lastly, as teenager, especially for us, we usually like to post things online, right? we post our birthday, we post every significant moment of our life. However, they can make and be used against us in every way possible. For example, they can be used to like threaten us, they can be used by our friends without even knowing. So the next time when you post something online, and we as teenagers remember to think twice, thrice even, to post anything about us, because it will cause irreparable damage. And in this constant evolving digital world, our privacy is becoming something we can't control. So even in the tiniest thing we can do, which is change our password, mind what we post, try to think twice, because this is your privacy and you have to protect yourself on the internet. That's it for my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, how do you feel right now?
I'm quite nervous. I found myself...
nervous?
Yes, nervous.
You're calling that nervous?
I'm quite an introvert myself, yes.
I see. So, despite your nervousness, I think that you have delivered flawlessly.
Thank you.
But again, I would also want to ask you a little bit.
Okay.
So, you're telling me that the cost of free apps are your personal data.
Right.
So, do you yourself feel like any kind of uncomfortableness when you try to access on those free apps?
I think I do. I mean, I just told you about the Crayola marker set. Before that, I didn't notice it. But like after a period of time of being bombarded with these ads, I get so annoyed. I'm like, I didn't give you my search history. I didn't give you this information so you can use. Like I did those days ago. So why are you giving me things I don't want, right? So it is kind of comfortable to me.
Thank you very much. So, oh wait. Let me just... So, please pick a number.
Okay, lucky balls.
Wait, before you open it,
okay.
Do you have any guesses about what number is inside of that ball?
Maybe number 3?
Well, let's open it up and find out.
Okay. I don't know how to open this. My nails are short, help me. Oh god. Okay, let me see. Number 11.
Number 11, right. So, number 11, please. Okay, so your timer will start now. Okay, are you ready?
Not sure, but okay.
Okay, deliver it.
So, we have social media, right? And compared to before, we have all this technology to help us communicate with each other, even from far distance. And we may thought, okay, because we have social media, we don't really need like real life interaction. We don't need to talk to each other directly. However, we are human. And these real life interaction, face to face, are important for our mental health and even for our physical health. So, meaning saying that they are essentials, you should meet with someone. You shouldn't just stay online because you will lose touch of reality. And this may cause very irreversible damage to your mental health. So once in a time, go meet up with your friends, play with your friends outside, or enjoy and bask in the sun. Yeah, I think it's very important for you to meet up with someone, especially while using social media.
Thank you very much, my man. You may return to your seat.